The smell of banana boat suntan oil, the wind blowing through the palm trees, the feeling of the warm sand between your toes, and the sun glistening down on your sun-kissed skin. These are just a few things I experience every summer while camping at Campland on the Bay in San Diego on Mission Bay. The traditions of going camping every year turned into taking my children along for the annual trip as well. Only this year we decided to try something different. We took those experiences we have held of camping and decided to take a road trip. I wanted to explore the outdoors on a whole new level rather than traditional beach camping. Today I will share with you about my childhood experience of camping at the beach, how I taught my children how to camp, and lastly, our road trip experiences and the old traditions that have transformed into a new tradition. Let's reflect and see what life was like for me as a child beach camping. As far back as I can recall, our family has taken camping trips to Campland. Our parents taught us how to pack up for the week, pack up clothes, pack up the car, clothes, food, towels, ice chests, camping gear, tools, and our tents, of course. We took just about everything and packed it all into our car and headed down to San Diego. While camping at San Diego, you can play on the beach, relax by the pool, ride bikes around the park, enjoy a campfire at night by making s'mores. The days at Campland were long, although they were short by the means that we had so much fun while we were there. The days went by really fast, and we just basically had to head home before we knew it. As I grew up and had children of my own, I wanted to hold this tradition close. And as the family grew, I continued the same traditions with my own children. Over the years, they have learned what it's like to camp, how to pack the car as well, how to enjoy the time spent away with family, and making new memories and laughing about the good old days while we sit by the campfire. This year, we have experienced something much different than we had never before. We were in a pandemic. We had to stay in our homes, quarantine, and learn how to social distance ourselves from others. And this had put a damper on our annual camping trip. Although we were in a pandemic, we still wanted to get outdoors and make new memories, so we decided to take this road trip. We planned the trip from California to Arizona, the Grand Canyon, all the way up to Utah and back home again. This kind of planning took more time. We were planning to go to a place we had never been before, and although we would be on the road, this trip looks a little bit different. Some of the trip will be spent in a hotel room. Some of the trip was taking a hike into the Grand Canyon, and of course sleeping a few nights in a covered wagon, something we had never done before. We packed up the car to the brim, not leaving any room for anything, just ice chests, some snacks for the road, and I taught my children how to navigate the maps, and we only wanted to drive during the day. This experience was totally different than arriving at Campland. The drive was long, and we took in every site, the Red Rock, the boring desert lands, and rode the Grand Canyon Railroad and enjoyed some time, like I said, up in Utah at Zion. We took a short 2-mile hike into the canyon. We slept in the covered wagons at the Ponderosa Park Ranch in Zion. We went horseback riding, and these were all just new experiences for myself and for my children. The rancher helped us learn how to wrangle the horse, how to ride the horse, steer the reins this way or that way, and we saw lots of animals there, bison, chicken, goats. They taught us all about the animals on the ranch. We realized we were experiencing something more than just our annual beach camping trip. At night, we sat by the covered wagons and just gazed into the night stars and just really took it all in, all the different experiences we were having. It was kind of nerve-wracking because me being a mom by myself, taking my kids on this long road trip, it was a little bit scary, but we planned it and we did it and we made it back home safely. Thinking back on my childhood camping experiences and this road trip experience, there are many differences and similarities. Similarities are learning what to pack, how to set up your camp, the itinerary and the things we were going to do, but the expectation of having a good time was the same. Reflecting back on the differences, this was a road trip with multiple destinations, with more than opportunity to see and do more things and experience. We now hold a much greater respect for the Grand Canyon, being that we set our footsteps in the canyon. All my childhood experience of beach camping and teaching my kids how to camp gave us a greater knowledge of what was to be expected on this big road trip. We had a fabulous and memorable experience that will only be memorable if you remember to live in the moment. Thank you.